Yes,
I
that's
look like I got cleavage. Wait a minute. Is that the first thing we say, Lord Jesus?
No, Johnny, that's not fair.
God.
you
Now,
did.
mind you, she said she was going live, and then I look down and I see a line like I got cleavage. I'm like, what is this?
And you said that ignorant shit right when I popped the mint in my mouth. Almost choked. And then I'm like, why did I pop a mint? Y'all can't smell my breath.
I put cologne on before the live stream, so I just do. I don't know why. I just do. I wish
Oh my
can't nobody
God.
smell me.
We got smell-o-vision.
I used to like every time because it's a ritual, like because I'm so used to putting on makeup and then spraying myself because that's the order when I used to have to go into the office. And so now when I put on, like it's natural. I'm like, oh, you are just going on YouTube. You do not need to put on.
To do all that.
No.
Because I got a string of hair right there, and it looked like a line, like I got cleavage. And I'm like, well, it looked like I got cleavage because these pins pull me down, and then okay,
We're
we
good.
out here now.
Happy Friday, everyone. I look like I'm the 80s with all these straps. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
The
Hi.
flash dancer.
What I feel, man. Hi, happy Friday. It is Friday with Friends. Off the rails. We've already started. I'm going to apologize ahead of time, y'all. I am on one today. So whatever comes out of my mouth, normally I try, believe it or not, I actually pre-screen everything that comes out of my mouth. It's just that I have no filter, I don't have I have no shame. So I'll just say it anyway. Today it's just coming right out. So I apologize.
I don't. I meant what I said. Because I cooked it up and then said it. So I meant for it to come. Now, if you take offense,
Yeah,
that's still your problem.
that's between you and the good
But
Lord.
your feelings, I give you some rope. You can hang yourself in them or climb out of them. You want to do.
Care. We are down a friend tonight. Sienna cannot join us, so let's just keep her in our happy thoughts. And we love you, Sienna. We'll see
I
you.
heard she's wrestling alligators somewhere, so
She is.
you know how she do. Y'all
She's
Canadians,
tough.
tricky.
She's so tough. She's so tough.
It is tough. She wrestled alligators and on them polar bears since she's up in the Canadian.
She's so sweet, they just throw her back. Like, she's too sweet.
And then after she's wrestled them, she's like, and I'm going to do Reiki on you to heal you. With your breasts. That's our Sienna. We love her so much.
We love you, Sienna.
Love and
Feel
hugs.
better.
That's my heart shirt. Love and hugs to our beautiful Sienna. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat another mint. Well, I knew this was. I knew. I've known for hours that this was at 7:30, and I didn't eat before, so y'all gotta deal with it. We'll start with Tony this time. Tony, housekeeping. What's going on your channel?
Ooh, not a whole lot.
Y'all got.
you're doing a live stream though, with two other people. Oh, she froze, but she's doing a live stream with two other people.
I can tell you who it's with. Give me 2 seconds. Oh,
With me?
There you go.
Yes,
Who's your live stream with? That's coming up.
on the 28th.
Mhm.
On the 23rd with the Soul Sisters, Tara.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm going to go. And hopefully I'll be funny.
Hopefully, you are the catalyst for 90% of the BS that goes on with the three of us read together. So, yes, you're going to be funny.
No, I've been working on my cards. Like, it's like when you have a project like that, you just go tunnel vision. And I've just been trying to get it done. My eyes are crossing and I'm looking so tired.
But it's going to be so worth it when they're done. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. You think you're done and then you go, oh, wait. I should do that. Oh wait, I didn't do that.
And then since I did that, let me go change those other 4 things that I did because I'd rather, yeah.
I know. It just
Sucks
keeps
being-
going.
Sucks being
But-
a creative, but it's amazing at the same time.
I'm gonna open up readings again next month, so that people can get readings from me. So yay!
I need one.
Mm-hmm. I already had to call
Anytime,
Lauren.
anytime,
I
anytime.
had to call Lauren this week, so I'm gonna call you next week.
Okay.
Johnny Marie said she got her refund today.
Oh, good. I
Thank
got
you.
mine 2 days ago too. So
Thank
the world is right again. Pennsylvania brought me back my money they stole.
Your $682.
Nate Jack me real swift too.
You got it back, Johnny?
Yes, they gave me
That's
a
been 3 weeks though.
yes, it did.
It took them 14 seconds to take it out, but 3.5 weeks to get it back. So
Uh-huh.
mother
I
sucker.
did my taxes on a Monday. They took it on a Wednesday. After I paid it on Tuesday. No, I
They
paid it
wanted-
on.
they want
no,
you
I
to,
paid it on Tuesday. They took it on Wednesday.
They wanted to collect the interest on it, so they
Oh,
kept
shit.
it for a little while.
And then they're gonna tax you on that interest next year.
Pay me the interest of fairness and give me my money back.
All of that.
I second, third.
So Tony's got the cards coming. She's going live Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday with Soul Sisters, and then she's
Next Wednesday, yeah.
next Wednesday, and then opening up personal readings.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. I got a book with you. 'Cause-
Next month.
By the way, healers have healers.
You know that I've been on YouTube for a little over a year.
Happy birthday.
And it's all because of Johnny. I blame you.
I blame him too. Him and Tallulah. That's a good thing to blame. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wait. Yay.
Wait.
So it is not my fault. It is yours. Because you wanted to do it, I said do it. For those who don't know, Shining Hawk Healing made these. Handmade. Thank you very much.
And see, I see. It's got nice shit. I tear it up. Look at see. Selfishly, I like mine better. I've got my chakra beads on it, and my ropes, and like my I call them my dingleberries. And I try to clink them together like a nutsack because that's what. See, highly inappropriate. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to talk tonight. But that's just me. I like mine better.
Mine's
So
full of bling, which you know
This
I
is
like.
mine
So.
too. Yeah,
Oh, mercy.
it's a snake. It's
That's so
Oh,
gorgeous.
goodness.
here's the front of it. I guess. There it is.
That's pretty.
It's just
I
fire.
feel cheated, Tony.
So Valerie, I never thought we could use it for that purpose, but that kind of makes sense though. She's using my calming spray to help her quit smoking, and she said she feels like it's helping.
That's good.
I could see that because the whole point of it is to kick in the calming, the tryptamines, and the blah blah blah. It's scientific. I just can't remember. All of the feel good, but not the dopamine. So not the fake feel good, but the legitimate feel good to calm you down. That's all of those essential oils and blends and the concoctions that I concocted with the concoction. So that I never thought to use it that way, but that makes sense. Until next time when I want a pizza, I'm just going to spray the calming spray so I won't anxiety eat. That's actually a really good idea.
You can expand your brand to
I should.
cigarettes, smoking.
Quit
Let's
smoking.
curb that appetite.
Mhm.
Thank you, Valerie. Look at this walking testimonial. Thank you, ma'am. What's Hood on your channel? What's good coming up, sir? Don't say nothing.
I mean, it literally is, though. I mean, I ain't got nothing going on. Thank you, Sylvia, for my pens. I got this one, but you sent me that one already, believe it or not. It was in like a 10 pack, and then I got this one, so now I have two. So I wore them both. That's why my cleavage keeps showing. They're pulling my shirt now.
That's why your boobies is showing.
But there ain't nothing going on because the live stream is on Becca's channel. I was on the Soul Sister thing too. If y'all just want to go to their page, I did that last week or so, something like that. But other than that, nothing. I thought I was going to do a live stream because I got a few questions that I didn't do recordings for, but laziness won the day. And because it was one of the days where I'd have nothing to do, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want nothing to do. I turned the phone off. I even turned it off and flipped it upside down.
How did your classes finish out? Did you finish your tarot classes?
We are on the last 2 weeks right now. We have done all of the cards, so we're not doing any more card lessons. We're just on the card association, which is the hardest part of tarot. So that's what we're doing right now, and we're done next week, actually. And then I will wait until the summer to do some more, I believe. Because I got a personal reading today from everybody in the class who told me to wait. And so,
Really?
So we shall wait.
That's awesome. I did your Patreon class a couple years ago. Loved it because it helped fill in the gaps of all the questions I had for years and helped me overcome a lot of tarot roadblocks and stumbling blocks I used to have. So I'm going to be a testimonial for you. Since that was a testimonial for me. There you have it. I have nothing coming up because I'm old and crotchety and I'm in a bad mood. So it's best.
Old and
That I'm not.
She ain't even old.
Age is mental. I tell everybody age is mental. And I have very, very severe case of rheumatoid arthritis I had since I was got diagnosed in my teens. And so I literally have the body of a 90-year-old former NFL player. So
me too.
it's up here. I feel old, so therefore I
All this hurt because it's snowing outside right now.
my kneecaps, Jesus. I tried to walk out the car briskly and my knees
Put that red sandwich tried and was like, wait a minute.
no.
You need a walker.
What you gonna do is slow the hell down. You're gonna hold on to the handrails and everything you can and get your whole minimum together. That's what you're about to do. So.
When I woke up this morning, my body said, "You can't turn that way." I was like, "I sure can't."
Not today, my man. Not today.
All this hurt. I'm like, "I sure can't." I believe you.
You know, my sisters had warned me, like in your 30s, that just in the 40s, that things would just happen. There's a couple things that they left out that I had to learn the hard way. The first one is unpredictable bladder.
Wow.
I can either hold it for 18 hours or I piss on myself at the slightest inconvenience.
Oh no.
I actually pissed myself, but it's like this close and it comes out of nowhere.
Warning shot.
Yeah, I'm fine. And then I'm like, oh dear God, I'm gonna pee right now. Right now. Wow. Yeah, and then I just wish today it told me that everything gives you flatulence. Everything. Breathe too hard, you get gas. Sneeze.
You need to drink some pH water.
I do actually. That has not helped, Tony. No,
I don't have access to it here. Well, not close by. I have to go to a store. I love pH water though.
But they sell these little
the
water bottles
pictures.
that will.
Yep.
What does it do? I don't know what it does.
Like,
It will add the pH balance
Changes
to
the
it.
molecular.
Yeah. I used to have one of those. It took up a lot of space. So now I just kill the environment and buy the big bottles and then just recycle them. Yes, I know, Kathy. One of my coworkers, two of my coworkers are actually in their 60s, and they're like, "Oh, sweetie, that's already starting." I was like, "Yeah."
Like you ain't
I'm
seen none yet.
62.
They're
I'm
like,
62, so
"You look, Happy, you look
But
30."
you're a good 62.
Yeah.
I was a bad 27, so I know it would be a horrible 62.
Good Lord, I had already seen Satan and Jesus twice by the time I was
I
23.
mean,
So okay, I promise we're going to get into readings. Thank you guys for all the questions that you asked and submitted. They were fantastic. I even learned a little something because I did not know a particular event had happened until I researched it. But I was like, oh, Jesus. So we're going to get into a lot tonight. First things first. So one of my sisters, okay, well, all of my sisters think I need a puppy because they say that I'm not very maternal. So they feel like having a dog would help with that. And I just think it'll make it worse, but whatever. And I always fall back on the fact that I'm allergic to dogs and cats and birds and snakes and trees and butterflies or whatever. So when I saw this question, it hit home. With our furry friends, people who like me who are prone to allergies to the dander, dogs and kitty cats, will there ever be a cure for this?
my brother's deathly allergic. Well, not deathly, but severely allergic to cats.
I am too. Ooh.
I am too. But I have a cat. I mean, my daughter has it now, but I have had a cat he's 19. And he was just here yesterday, and I went to try to brush him because he's old. He's an old man.
Mm.
So my fingertips started like burning. I washed my hands right after, but my fingertips were still burning like hours after. So I lost my immunity
I snuffle and get the knots and I can't breathe and my eyes burn. And mind you, I used to be a dog trainer. That was interesting. But I never had to like go home with them. Like I would foster for like 3 days and then send their butts to whoever was going to adopt them. But will there be a cure for dog or kitty cat allergies? Ooh. Really?
It starts with the chariot and the judgment. So progression and some renewal of some sort. So there will be something about regenerating or keeping something, whatever it is, the histamine blockers, whatever in your body, it regenerates or it creates a greater shield for that type of thing. 7 of Cups, Knight, or the Knave, which is the Page of Pentacles, which would be a pill or something like that for me. And then the 4 of Pentacles. It gets better over time, but this is a ways off, and it doesn't work for everybody because this in particular thing has a potential to what is the word, counteract or go against something you're already taking or something like that. Like it's not one size fits all, but there is success with it with the sun, but it is something that doesn't work for everyone. It's not a one size fits all, but it is something that will help for those who are allergic to cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same thing. There will be success, but it's going to take a while. You got to play the waiting game with it because it's just not it's not going to happen right away. So we're all suffering in silence. We're going to continue to do that for a little while.
Be careful with this offer, with this, because my outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. What I will tell you is this: there's going to be more side effects than there will be positivity. Because think about it, the thing that it's a histamine trigger. So whenever you want to antihistamine something, there's a side effect that comes with that. Anybody wonder why you get really sleepy when you take Benadryl? Anybody wonder why their mouth gets really dry when they take Zyrtec every day because they've got different allergies? There's going to be more with the Five of Cups is the challenge, more side effects than there will be positivity. We've got people already brewing it, but I think there's maybe a little bit of an ulterior motive we need to watch out for, because the science and whatever is already there. But the issue too is kind of, well, that's not the issue. The issue is I can't hold cards. Is how do we balance these side effects with the medication? How do we get to a point where it can help more people than it hurts? But I think it'll come. It's just may not be like Johnny says, it's going to take a while, and it may not be that one size fits all. So if those of you like me who want a French bulldog but are deathly allergic to them, that's probably not going to come anytime soon.
So are you allergic to poodles?
No.
Because they have hair like mine.
Yeah, no. I can hyperallergenic, any of the hyperallergenic breeds, I'm not as sick. Let's put it that way. But then with poodles and the hyperallergenic breeds, because that's actually hair, like you were just saying, and not.
I know. I had this woman who had a Bichon Frise, and she was like, "Oh, your hair is like his hair."
And I would have punched her in the chest. When you loaned it to me, I would have punched her right in the chest. I'm sorry. You were good one.
I mean, as much as people love their animals,
that's not a compliment.
Do not compare me to your animal. Our hair ain't the same. We don't look the same. We don't sound the same. We don't smell the same. We don't walk the same. I'm not your dog. Your dog ain't me.
I love when people say, "Can I touch your hair?"
No. You can lose a digit. Mm-hmm. No, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Only if you got a way to get my shoe out your behind. Because I'm gonna need it back because I only got the
Please don't touch. No, don't touch. And don't touch me, and especially don't touch my hair.
I'm not an exhibit. Quit petting and rubbing and touching and stuff. No.
No. Even when I do work face-to-face with clients, when I'm working on their crown, I do not touch their head. There's something so sacred about your crown, that connection to spirit and to source. I just don't touch people.
And mind you, because I have the thing with the being stabbed in the back, so you can get this close to my back and I feel it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what it is out here. Don't touch me nowhere up here. I do.
And it's funny because my stylist, or my old stylist, I love her so much. She was really good with boundaries still. Like, she would not bring, whatever was going on in her personal life into the salon, but I would still be like, listen, do you mind if I just spray you down a little bit? I just need to cleanse you and create a barrier. Then I'm gonna put a little protection on that before you touch my head, because I just want to make sure that none of that gets somehow seeped into my scalp. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just saying. Okay, I have no transitions. What happened?
I almost stuck my finger in my
I've done that, and it actually does go up though, and it hurts.
It's yours. Just don't rub it on your lips. I will never get over that.
Oh my gosh.
Booger lips.
It is yours. You want to get in there, get in there. It's like I'm trying to find clues and Magellan and everything else. Get out my business. It's just remember, this ain't no snack bar, so don't come down to your mouth at no point. That's all I need. It is not. Oh, I got a nose and it came with snacks. No, it didn't. Don't eat that.
Oh my God.
I will send you some Funyuns in the mail. Don't eat it.
No, probably about the same. Okay, you know what? Never mind. We're going to get back to the questions. I'm not going to go there. I have no transition, so we're just going to get right into this one. Nick Cannon.
Oh, God.
So Nick Cannon apparently recently, within the past week or so, has had this revelation about him and his penis. Not his sexual activity, mind you. He's saying me and my penis. And he's had this revelation and he's now equating his penis to like Mount Everest. I think he needs some
Help.
therapy. But listen, as a trained counselor, I think you would benefit for some therapy. But you're not my client. So we're not gonna go there. In this revelation about him and his penis, now he says that humans are not meant to be monogamous. However, his penis needs something, and then he tied it back to wanting to get back together with Mariah Carey.
She
It was a
wants
reach.
you.
He went around the moon and back. So, in this, my penis, my rights, my body awakening that Nick Cannon has had, is that enough to get Mariah Carey to take him back? To take him back.
So Nick Cannon, I think his real problem is he wants a relationship, but he wants to sleep with a bunch of people at the same time.
Yeah.
But he wants somebody to be at home when he wake up.
Yep. I said him, Future, the serial impregnators are just very fascinating to me.
Because he got 11 children.
And mind you, his baby just died a couple weeks ago, but then another woman says she's 8 months pregnant. And I'm like,
one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other.
So he just never ever heard of prophylactics or
my thing is
anything.
like, when I see him, my crotch burns because I'm like, ow! I know that thing, that sucker is lit. No, it's not. Woo-wee.
He got a problem.
There's not enough preparation H prophylactics penicillin anything to get rid of that.
If they get together now, they would break up in 3 weeks. I think this is one of those things where when she's done testing her waters, because apparently she can be a bit brutish, so ain't nothing wrong with that, especially compared to him. When she's done testing her waters and he's done trying to stick his thing in anything that'll stop moving for a little bit, then they may find each other. There's the Queen of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Eventually, they will come back together. They will do whatever. The Judgment in the world, this is a cycle. It will repeat. So they will be in each other, out each other's life type of thing. They're probably twin flames or something like that, where one comes and then repels the other, but it's whatever. But here with the Devil and the Lovers and the Five of Cups. Look here now. Every time you get down with the get down, you do not have to produce a baby. I don't care what Kenneth Copeland and all the televangelists tell you. That is not the purpose of such a thing. You can get down with the get down without having a baby. So here with the Devil and the Lovers and the Five of Cups, I ain't trying to speak nothing over nobody's life I can't help them with, but you might want to be careful because you might get the itches and scratches one day.
He already has it.
See what I'm just.
You can't convince me you've impregnated all these women and have all these kids and you ain't caught nothing yet. Because
you're going to have some regret over this, and it's not just a bunch of babies. This is going to backfire. So,
pun intended.
Yes, back and front fire. It
Fire
ends
in the hole.
One of the worst stories ever. Oh my God.
They'll live the cycle over and over and over again.
What you got, Tony?
Well, the first card I pulled was Passions Ignited. So he's like, I want to go home. I want to come home. Please let me go home. And she's like, no way. No way. Because I don't want you bringing whatever that is in the house. There's a house out in back. Maybe you can stay there.
Stay in the pool house.
Oh, God. So he's like, I think he's like...
Oh, damn it, you froze. Please hold. Tony will be right back with us shortly.
because that's the hermit, I think, and
Mhm.
he's searching for something. He ain't
He
got it.
is. He is definitely, which is, oh God.
Because the devil don't lie. It popped up for a reason.
I think that he is afraid, and he's afraid of something. I don't know what that is. He's got fear going on, but the final card is balance. He's gonna have to do. He's just not in balance, and he's gonna have to figure out how to do that. I think he has to grow up.
Yeah.
He has to grow up and
Start there.
be a man. Finally, it's time to stop all the, he's too old for that now. Come on. And you got too many kids. So what are you going to do? You're going to be like the guy who's just perpetually just making kids all over the place, or are you going to settle down and take care of what you have and maybe get a vasectomy?
I mean, that's kind of a good idea.
Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting a bunch of kids, but you're not. And I don't think he's trying to have kids on purpose. I think he's just sleeping with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's like, my grandparents had 8 kids. So I mean, okay, but it was the 2 of them having 8 kids, not you going to 8 different people having 8 kids. So it's a little different when you just
now
plant
you're
seeds
tied to-
all over the neighborhood.
And you're tied to all these women now who, who are going to take your money because now they're in their first degree in your circle. So it's like you're like, you've got all these sister wives
Yeah.
who's going to want some money from you.
For the next 18 years, staggered.
And I wonder if that's why he wants Mariah back, because she's the only one who's financially astute enough to not need his money for the kids.
Mm-hmm. He's running from something. He's running from himself.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in here. I don't know if his parents died young or one of them died young or whatever, but he's got something he's running from and don't know how to find it.
Yeah, he just really needs some balance. And that's right, because this is in his fear, emotional loss. He had an emotional loss. He needs balance. Maybe that was his son dying. Maybe that was the emotional loss. Maybe that sort of shook him up enough to say, I can't keep doing this, But
I can't give him that because didn't he have 4 kids by that time?
5, I thought.
Says he.
I don't think that anything, because I think he's up to 8 or 9
Yeah.
now.
he's
Yeah,
got a tribe.
Mhm. Oh Lord. This plea for her to come back to him is a manipulation tactic with the 5 of Swords. He doesn't really want her back because he still wants to be independent and go out on his own and have his own life, but it's causing him a little issues. But the 9 of Wands is the challenge. Here's the thing. He ain't done hoeing. With the devil in the world, he ain't done hoeing. He ain't done hoeing, which will result in the loss of the relationship. Once I was pulled this card, I didn't pull anymore with the 10 of Swords. He's not done hoeing. He may have taken a brief hiatus with the Hermit because this is in the past to have some kind of reflective moment. This is where all of this I'm changed hogwash is coming out right now because he had that Hermit moment, but he's not done hoeing. And he's got to get to the root cause of why he feels the need to make as Tara Newbie says in the chat, a conscientious decision to not use protection when he's having sex with these women and procreating. Hoe is the root cause, or hoe is not the root cause. Hoe is the symptom. What is the root cause of the wholeness?
Mm-hmm.
Tony, when you unfreeze, tell us what you're about to say because you like froze and like.
I know. I was like, I know my mouth is open probably. Don't know what to do about this. I'm just like, Mercury retrograde still going on.
He is disrespectful AF. So listen, for those of you who have not seen this, don't watch it now. Watch it after the live stream. I'm about to put a link in the chat. There's a place in Mexico where a whole, like hundreds of birds just went and came right out the sky, just dead. It is the creepiest thing when you watch the video. They talk to a bunch of scientists and ecologists. So here's the thing. In the area where the birds fell out of the sky and died, because it's mass. When you look at them, it's not like, 2, 3, 4. It is just like like it was like raining birds. Now, some scientists in the thank you, Johnny. Like that is
Replay.
creepy, and they just look at that.
Wow. Look at that.
So there's a couple of theories that are going on. One is that there is a factory that is very close in that vicinity, and some people are wondering if that factory had put out a plume of some type of toxic smoke or something that went into the ethos and just went and took the birds out. There's a scientist out here that's like, oh, that's not what happened. What had happened was they were escaping a predator and they all fell. I'm sorry. 1,800 of the mother suckers just fell out the sky at the same time. Was Jesus the predator? Like,
because my thing is, though, if they're running from a predator, okay, I get it, because they'll all have the same mindset to get away. But they wouldn't come this way. They would go to the side or whatever. They would maneuver. They wouldn't go to a place where it's now easier to catch me. To me, that's what they would do, is to maneuver instead of
But they all
falling
wouldn't
to the
die
ground.
at the same moment.
Yeah.
How would that happen? There's no way.
There's
That
no
was
way.
an act of
something. So let's
something.
see. What
It
is
was-
this? What is this? Go ahead, Tony.
What is it? It sounds like, to me, without the cards, it sounds like some kind of frequency or something in the air, or because it all happened at so fast. If it was like a like smoke or something, you think that they would fall like one at a time. Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Because
boom.
they don't look like they were coming to the ground. They look like they failed from the sky.
Yeah.
So it
They
wasn't
just-
intentional, like escaping a predator. This is a reaction because something knocked me out the air all at once.
TK, technical knockout, ladies and gentlemen. What's behind this? What caused it? I don't like this answer. I don't like this answer.
I don't know what, but it's in the head. 4 swords, 8 of cups, something, a wire went the wrong way. 4 of swords is like rest, relaxation, retreat, pull back. The ace of swords is clarity. And so there's a problem with the clarity, or a problem with the directionals in their head, because they all have maps in their head. There's a problem there. 6 of cups to the ace of wands. This has something to do, this has occurred before, of course. This is not new, but it's people driven. There's a person's action that has come back from the past. And yeah, it may have something to do with a big company or a big building or something with the 10 of Pentacles, but it's also something in nature too that is responding in a negative way. So like I said, they have maps in their head, they have wires in things that were possibly tampered with or messed with, or the frequency was wrong, but it's a head thing. That's what I get.
CC, a lot, some of them flew away, but a good portion of them died because you could see them on the ground. So
Still on the ground.
yeah,
Wow.
a lot of them died.
Which gives me again the indication they crashed and not just came out the ground or came out the air.
Yeah, I think this was man-made. This, whatever it was man-made. And I got the 4 of swords as well. So, yeah, it was man-made. Okay, just a minute, baby. And targeted in a way. Maybe it was a test of some kind. They were testing something. So I don't know what that is. But there, I got patience twice. So it's something that was developed, and it was used, and I think that it was tested on these. I don't know. Just a minute, baby.
Is that the doggy?
Mm-hmm.
Go get the doggy. We'll be here. Go take care of Puppy Wuppy. Go take care of Puppy Wuppy while I try to figure out what the hell these damn cards mean. Whatever it was done. It was calculated, planned, used a lot of resources, and it was done behind the scenes that we can see with the High Priestess. And the challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. So there was something that put this out. I'm just going to put it that way. So y'all said it best, man-made. Here's the thing, though. I don't think they knew with the Knight of Wands and Two of Wands that it was going to be quite as potent and have this reaction that it did. I think they were like, oh, shit.
Because that causes way too much attention.
Whoops. It's funny you say that, because in the here and now, with the Ten of Wands, the burden, they're like, oh, crap, the jig is up. They can see what we're doing. It's not telling me what it is. It's telling me it's man-made. It's something they've used and they stopped doing and resurrected in the future or currently.
You got the same card?
Yeah, I got the Four of Swords, but mine was in the past. So this is something they used to do. They may have started, how do I put this delicately? Like, let's say messing around with the chemical, like you're trying to dye your hair and you haven't dyed your hair in a while. So you're trying to mix the hydrogen peroxide with the bleach, with whatever. You may have mixed a little too much because you haven't done it in a while. And then kaboom, you accidentally almost gas yourself trying to bleach your hair. Kind of like, let's just say that kind of analogy. Then now you're sitting in the bathroom puffing and puffing and can't breathe because you put too much of something in the air. It is definitely in the environment, though. It is in the environment. It's something that got put out, emitted into the environment with the Four of Wands. A lot of emotions, too. We got Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. So I do think they feel bad. I hate to say this. They were, but I don't know if they feel bad because a whole bunch of birds are dead, or if they feel bad because the jig is up and they got caught. I don't know. It's still not telling me what. I just know it was man-made.
Yeah, I think it comes from people.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Escaping a predator. No.
Yeah, they do. They're very conflicted about it.
They are.
Wow. That's amazing. That was like
Wild.
that was like Revelation days. It's coming. The Bible is becoming reality.
Somebody said that in the comments of that video.
Wow. I'm going to come back to the next question last because it's going to be a long question. So we're going to come back to that one. Let's do this one. This cracked me up when I saw the question because mentally I had this, like, I saw it play out like a movie in my head, and I texted Johnny the movie in my head. What do spirits do all day? The spirit, like, what does it do all day? Do spirits kind of like take naps? Do they hang out? I feel like they watch old episodes of like Matlock and Barney Miller, and they only show up when it's, they're bored. What do spirits do all day?
When I'm a spirit, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. Just tired.
I'm going to actually go to various Chinese food buffets and just test all the egg rolls to see which, because I have to do with egg rolls and fried rice.
That is very specific.
It is. One of my nannies growing up was Chinese, so she taught me like the essence of like a good egg roll, like some good.
There is a difference between a good one and a bad one.
Woo!
An average and a grocery store one.
Jesus, let me tell you. So I would just go to Chinese food cafeterias all day and just snack, and just
But authentic anything. Like let me say it this way. If you get Southern food made by a Southerner, if you get Mexican food made by a person from Mexico, at the very least Spanish-speaking country, then it tastes better than Del Taco and Taco Bell. So it's like, which is not Mexican food.
Oh boy, God! Sorry, my mouth is watering. I'm gonna eat another man. I'm hungry.
I want to walk around space. That's what I want to do.
Oh my God!
I don't want to go to heaven and go in the streets.
Yeah.
I just want to go walk around all the planets.
I'm gonna go to Saturn. I don't know why. I just want to hang out.
Me too.
Just look.
Because I can't go there like this, so at least let me go there where I'm indestructible.
The pressure won't kill me.
Page of Swords and the Hermits. They research, try to find ways to help you with the answers you're seeking. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, they also form alliances and help you not kill yourself. They help you ground. They help you figure things out. Basically, they're sort of always working. Maybe they got Google too, so they're always working. They're always learning, that type of thing. And it does depend on what kind of spirit it is. Some of them are helpful, and some of them are torturous. Some of them are not tortured. They're tormented. So therefore, they're not happy. They don't spread happiness. But for the most part, the spirits are researching ways to help you in your life and things of that nature. Okay.
Wow. Okay. I'm back. So I think, the ones that really want to do something, they will sacrifice their rest and rejuvenation because it's their destiny to just fly around and do whatever they want because they're spirits. They have total, freedom to move wherever they want and sort of look up your old address, see what's going on with you. They show you, power and, wisdom, and they have patience. They're here for you to teach you patience, to have patience, to have fun, rejoice in celebration, to rest and rejuvenate, which is what I was saying. That's what I want to do. But yeah, they're just, they just hang out, do whatever they want to do. You can be anywhere. Your energy, you can do anything, be anywhere. And that light, because this is what you are. You're light, luminous beings.
That's kind of fun. I'm jealous. Means I have to die to get to that point though, and there's a couple things I still want to do. And a couple people. Anyway, so what they do is it's like, this is so funny. It starts with the strength cards. It's almost like first thing they do when they wake up in the morning is go to the gym. Is the analogy I would say. What they are doing is exercising their spiritual muscle to continue to be strong in the spirit realm, because it's not just ascending automatically gets you to that powerful level. You still got to do some work, right? So let's just say they start with a good workout. The interesting thing too is, like Tony said, they move around a lot with the Six of Swords. They're constantly moving on and doing. And so, because again, time and space and matter doesn't exist when you're in that realm. So they doing, there's zoom, 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 zoom all the time. So that would be kind of fun. One of the things too is they help when they are doing work. It is about being the master of the action, the King of Wands, and kind of helping with that connection with the Two of Cups. So it's almost like they try to help us balance the emotional and the mental with everything that they do, what we do. And that's how they work as well, as a matter of fact. They hang out a lot and celebrate. They may go drink their favorite grog at their favorite groggeria at
the groggeria. I'm going to steal that one.
And then too, they hold on. They hang tight a lot too, which is so weird because that's kind of a direct contradiction to move around a lot and to hold on. But it's one of those things where I can see it's like we can be anywhere at any time. However, when we choose to sit and focus on a particular subject, that's when our ADHD simmers and we are there, lockstep, holding tight. So it is true what they say, your guides will never abandon you in a time of need. That Four of Pentacles outcome card was, there it is, the absolute proof of that. They're always going to sit and hang tight.
Because my mind, of course, went to, like, when you're asleep, what are you doing? When I'm sitting here working and I'm typing up a report or something, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing all day when I'm doing human things all day.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I wonder.
Because I know that very colorful spreadsheet that I sent out at 10:22 this morning was not entertaining to y'all.
Nor spiritually based.
No.
So do you think that they ever switch off? Like, do they punch in and out? Like,
Let's ask. Do they tag team?
do they tag team and punch the clock? You know, those mountain dogs in the Disney cartoons or whatever that used to go sheep herders or whatever. Hello,
I think so.
Roy.
Johnny, damn you.
I mean, if it wasn't 15 degrees, I wouldn't yawn at all.
That was
Told
me
me-
Sunday y'all on the live stream, which I was like, why am I yawning this hard? Oh my God.
And it was 60 degrees yesterday.
It was 70, almost 70 up here. And then today it's 31. And I'm like,
Yes. Hot flash.
make it make sense.
So there's my answer. Lovers and the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's a partnership and alliance. Knight of Cups comes back again. Six of Cups. Also, people you knew are around you too. They also do such a thing. People you knew back in the day, not just family, but friends. People you just had a relationship with. And of course, there's always, the treachery is around too. The people who mean you no good, which is why you have such a team of people who do hang around you, is because this is always here. Somebody out there didn't like you and they're always around, or somebody wants to corrupt, or whatever the case may be. But your team is more powerful. So yeah, they go in and out. Because keep in mind this too. I'm sorry, Tony. Keep in mind this too. They don't just know you. They know your brother and your sister and your auntie and you. I've all them people too. So
Bobo, Nuck Nuck, and Jerome.
So they got to hang around.
Go ahead, Tony. You're muted, by the way.
The dogs were growling. It's it's like family. Like you have kids and you and your mate, whoever they are, tag team to take care of them, so that you can rest and renew and come back, but trust that you always come back. Mm-hmm. They are always there when you need them. You can trust that because they love you.
Get something similar. There's a King of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands. There's a team of them, and that's actually the strategy. It was developed to be that way so they can tag in and tag out. And with the Three of Cups too, there's a team, and they're all on the same page, which is your best interest. Not what you want,
what you need,
but for your highest good. That's your best interest. So yeah, they I wouldn't even almost say clock in like it's a timing thing. It could sometimes just be like, Johnny is stronger at this and she's about to do that. So Johnny, you need to come in because I'm not good with that. Tony is really good with this. So Tony, why don't you come in? And then, she's really sad and she needs to giggle, then bring Adrian in at that point because that's the only thing she's good at. So yeah.
And that's how, I can't speak for anybody else, but that's how my guides work. Mm-hmm. I have one that helps me with mediumship, and I got one that helps me with my readings. And then I got one that tells me everything before I pull the card. And so, be their strengths.
I have a very specific one that when I do Reiki, very specific, and I only see his behind when I do Reiki, which is kind of sad because he's funny, but I only see him. So yeah, very interesting. I my live stream, I gotta pull the questions, my bad, hold on.
I went to see got a reading from this woman, Melissa, Free Range Psychic, and she told me that she brought up a past life that I was a 15-year-old girl, a maid, in Germany, in Stade, Germany. I was murdered.
Very specific.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my brain went to that time that I found out that I was something, and I just relived that. I'm coming back to the now. So, do we lose connections to loved ones when they've reincarnated? I've asked this question before to certain people, or I don't know if it was we were talking on an after show or if it was during a live stream, but I was wondering, if when is my mom going to reincarnate? When is my grandma or my grandfather's? And will they do it while I'm still on Earth? And that would make me sad because I don't want to lose that connection to them. Or do they wait until I've kicked the bucket and then they can go do their things? So, how does this work? Well, wait. Do we lose the connection to them once they've reincarnated? Is the actual question. Interesting.
Not necessarily. So this is, I don't know how to explain that.
This is interesting.
There's the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So it's almost like there is they almost leave like a voice message for you, but it's ongoing. So there's something still there that you can still communicate, you can still hear. It's still there. There's an essence of them that is still there that you would find familiar to talk to, even if it's not them. It's like if a person put a bunch of perfume on and left the room. Mm-hmm. That aura, that essence is still there. Or a really energetic person came in the room and then you can still sort of feel them after they left. So there's still something there. The Temperance and the Queen of Cups, the nurturer. The Temperance, the angel. So there's still something there. There's still something you're connected to, even though with the Fool and the Queen of Pentacles, they begin a new life on Earth. Mm-hmm. So, and mind you, that essence does not necessarily need to come with them. So they just need to bring the spirit. And so the spirit is now reincarnated, living a new life. That thing that you were familiar with is still hanging around. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't need to be here. Otherwise, you'll walk past a person and say, that's my relative, or that's my whatever. So you just need to be hooked up with this thing. So there's something still there, if that made any sense whatsoever. That was hard.
It is.
No. It makes sense to me, though.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tony. And you're muted again.
So we start out with transformation. So they have transformed from spirit back into form, and which presents an obstacle because it feels like we can no longer communicate with them. Mm-hmm. But the truth of the matter is with patience and planning, that echo of who they were is still there. If you have to figure out how to connect with it, but the echo is there. Use your intuition to get to it, because they are no longer this light, they are another light. How is that? How is that how does the light separate like that? How does the spirit separate? The spirit goes into another body, and then there's this echo or residual energy that's there that represents who they were.
It's a blueprint, and I think that's part of the sacred contracts, because I was thinking about, I never understood my inability to handle injustice. And I truly thought it was because in this life form, I am a Black woman. And come to find out, it is passed down from a previous life. And so it's that blueprint, that essence, I think, that little sprinkle. I see Salt Bay in my head when he leaves it's that little sprinkle of whatever. That's just, you can't, no matter what you do, you can't. It's like trying to vacuum the beach. You're never going to get all those particles up. It's still going to leave some kind of little dust or something behind, I think. I don't know. Slightly, I guess it's the same, but slightly different. Starts off with judgment. So to me, the judgment is actually the contract. Did you fulfill and agree to the contract? The challenge, though, is the actual, I guess, death, separation, taking the step back with the Four of Swords from the spirit form that you were in to getting ready to sign up to something. What's so interesting is you get the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. There's a part that is still going to leave that residual dust, so you will know the familiarity of the community, of the person, of the thing. That's still going to hold on. That's still going to leave something, because that's what we want. Here's the thing: we don't want them to leave and let us go, and we are the actual. That energy connection is so strong. We're the ones that may prevent it. I hate to say prevent, and Spirit keeps saying prevent, from that clean break, if that makes sense. Because we want it so bad, and that want and that need is so strong with the Nine of Cups, that wishing this is what I want, and then but at the same time mentally stuck. We have created that unbreakable chain. So they can't really move on because they're like, there go Ray again, calling on me because he misses me. Man, I've been dead 22 years. You can't let me go. But that's what we do, because remember, grieving is for the living, not for the dead. Dead don't grieve, but whatever, I'm gone. It is us who grieve. We create that cycle. But that's basically what I get. I mean, I got a whole bunch of other cards, but that's it.
This is why I posed that question once of this spiritual amnesia. Why, when we come here, do we forget all the tools we had, to where now we get here and we're sad that such and such died? When over there, they're not sad because they know you're just coming here and you're going back, and you're coming here and you're going back. And we just seen you literally seconds ago, type of thing. And like when we get here, then we forget it all, and then we get attached, and then we can't let go, and then then we sink into sadness and depression and all these other type of things, when it seems like all of that can be cured if we just remembered from what we had before we got here. It's like, but you can't have a complete human experience if you're still in your spiritual mindset. So it's
because the human experience is so odd for somebody who I can see and hear dead people, but I'm still like, I don't want to die anytime soon. And that's the weirdest thing. They've told me I can kind of surmise what it's like, but at the same token, I'm like, yeah, that plane crash would really suck on the way.
Yes, it would.
That car crash, that drowning is really, that's suffocating while you die. I would rather not deal with that. Yes, I know I can do whatever I want once I cross over, but I'm a little selfish and I want to do it now. So it's just where humans are interested.
Yeah. I guess that's why they come here.
Well, that girl that I was in Germany, she got murdered and thrown in the woods for the animals. I don't think that is how I want to go out.
But see, now you're not afraid of the woods. You walk around the woods. I'm not going in the woods. I don't know nothing about trees and animals, say African Americans.
I used to, and I couldn't figure out. I was like, I'm breaking every Black stereotype. I've been bungee jumping and almost skydiving. That's coming next. Going out in the woods and rock. Why? That is so not. And then I was like, oh, I was a Caucasus America in my previous life. Makes sense now.
That's why.
That makes sense.
We should go hide behind these chainsaws over here. What about the ring car?
I get it. That makes sense. I was part of more of the adventurous race of people before. Got it. While we're still talking about humans, how do humans lose natural instinct? So pretty much the only natural instinct we still have left is like fight or flight, and some of us that's not even wired that great, to be honest. Um,
Because
my
if you throw a baby in water, it instinctively holds its breath.
Mhm.
Um, young animals, when they're born, they already have the instinct. Why don't we have that?
Mhm.
Especially the older we get. Birds can sense earthquakes. Birds of the air can sense when the ground is about to move. So why can't we do such a thing? Why can't we sense an earthquake? Why can't we smell a thunderstorm? All of us. Why can't we do those? Some of us can, but why can't we all do such a thing?
I was like, both of our knees are hurting right now. It's gonna
I
rain
know when the weather's coming.
or snow in this eastern United coasts in a couple days,
But this came to mind after I seen the article of the mother ape. Her son's foot was injured, and she took some insects off the ground and smashed them between her lips, and then rubbed them on his foot. And it's like she didn't go to Harvard Medical School. She instinctively know to do something, even if that didn't work. She still did something. And so, why don't we have those instincts? Was it replaced by logic? Is what I want to know. Like, is because we know how to set traps, but we don't know how to catch a fish without a hook and a pole. So it's like,
this makes
what happened to us?
ooh, this makes sense. Okay, this is so interesting.
I think we still have all of those instincts. You have to take the time to recognize them because they're still happening. You didn't lose anything. You just replaced the warning signal or whatever it's that little thing that it's telling you. You replaced it with something else. And so it's a distraction now. I got the 10 of cups and the 8 of wands. You still have all that. It's still embedded in you. It happens instantly. You know what to do. It's just something in you doesn't feel like it knows what to do. 4 of Pentacles, you still have it. 5 of Pentacles, you threw it out. So this is not your instinct's fault. It's you because you're still an animal at the end of the day. Justice, 6 of Swords. Again, it's still there. You moved from it. So you still have all your instincts. You still have, and mind you, this makes you even possibly greater than the animals, of course. Even though they can communicate and they have all their instincts, and that's what they rely on. It's not what we rely on, therefore it's not something we trained ourselves to use. We some of us, all of us have an intuition. We're all psychic, but we don't all acknowledge that either. So it's the same concept. Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense to me. And once Tony unfreezes, we'll see what makes sense to her. I know she's through. She's like, if this bootleg, rinky-dink ass internet.
I'm like, this internet is just like, I'm just over it. Over. Oh, so those instincts that, that we had, they naturally, you don't use them, you lose them. So we haven't had to use them. So the people who have those instincts have taken the time to develop them over time, watching the sky, trying to watch the stars to see what's going on, trying to, look at nature and really sort of be alerted by the animals around you that something's going to happen. Those kinds of things were what our ancestors did. We don't have to do that because we now have TV and we can hear that emergency warning thing that comes on to tell us to get out or whatever. So we don't need them. We have all the technology now. So we just don't need them. We have them still, they're dormant. And we are surrounded by all of this incoming energy that blocks out a lot of it. So people didn't sleep under the stars yesterday. We did it millions of years ago. So we don't need to do that. Long story short, you just have to develop those things again. We could get them back, and
Oh, damn it. It's always right when she gets to the juiciest freckle-macking part of the reading.
Okay.
I have a bad analogy. It's like
So if we develop those instincts, we could get them again. Go out camping, stay out in nature, develop those things again, and if your life is in danger anywhere, anytime, for anything, that fight or flight kicks in no matter where you are. So that's the one that we have to pay closest attention to anyway. So we can stay safe.
Survival. If we didn't need it for survival, we don't use it.
we are distracted by things. It starts off with the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. We are distracted by money, things, objects. So that's why it's a distraction, like Johnny was saying. We have it. We're just like bird, fish, dog, iPhone, microphone, camera, water, woman, house, rat. We're just distracted. We have become a little materialistic. So therefore, why use logic? Why use intuition when I can have a little selfish too as humans? I mean, I'm real selfish. I like running water. I like my 4 feet king size bed that I sprawl across. So yeah, another thing too is emotions also have gotten us trapped up. When you did not think about, does Johnny love me and is Johnny mad at me? Your instincts kick in a lot more because you're worried about survival day to day, here, there, Alpha, Z. But now we've got emotions, and that can't, we've always had them, but now we rely more on how do I feel? Instead of what do I know, what's in front of me. And that actually becomes more of a bigger burden if we do not use it properly. But my outcome card is Daughter of Swords. What it's telling me though is she ain't never left. What we call logic is actually intuition 90% of the time. We're just calling it something else. Oh, I've used my deductive reasoning to get. Well, how did you get to that deductive reasoning? Did you think that maybe a little bit of intuition played into that helped you get there? You have to test a hypothesis in order to see it's true, but how did you even come up with that hypothesis to deduce, dear scientists?
Mm-hmm. Something on the inside of you is already sparked.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Ooh, we're gonna go back to the dirty. We're gonna go back
That
to
intuition.
that intuition is no joke, man. God, please, she's beautiful.
I know my daughter, she was in preschool, and there was a day when she went to school, and I was doing the laundry, and I just stopped in the middle of the floor and was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. And then I got a call from the school that she had fallen, and it was, I was like, oh, my baby.
Mother's intuition is strongest on earth.
Strongest. That mother sucker is strong. Just, oof.
Yeah.
I watch my sister with her kids, and that she just knows. There's just stuff that she knows, and it's just amazing to me. Also doesn't hurt that she's also clairvoyant, but that's beside the point. People who can't see, the opposite of clairvoyant. Kanye West.
I was going to do a reading on him, and I was like, you know what? I don't even care.
There's not enough sage right now to cleanse after reading on Kanye.
I think you should put him on the medicine wheel.
Put him on the wheel.
So we
Put
can
him on
see.
the medicine wheel. Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
See what's in the east.
Here's the thing. And so here's where I want to take a little bit of the humor out of it. Look at this very seriously for a second.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of therapists, psychologists, particularly those who deal with relationships and deal with narcissists, have been putting out warnings like, you guys, watch out. He is following all of the signs to where somebody who will end up could potentially
hurt himself or somebody else.
There you go. I was trying to be very conscientious, but he's got all of the symptoms. We actually need to be paying attention. This is not funny. Stop laughing. So will he heed that advice and kind of back away, or will this actually will he continue to stalk and the stalking get a little bit more intense? I never challenge worse. I'm not going to say worse, but will it get more intense?
Because my thing. That's what I've been saying. Is one day somebody's going to walk in, find him on the bathroom floor, and we've all seen this coming.
You've seen it
This is
coming.
not out of nowhere.
Yep.
So,
Because I don't think anything's going to happen to Kim. She's just now, never say never, but I think she's got too many people around her to push. I don't think he can get that close to her, but anything can happen.
but he is reportedly threatened the Davison boy, Pete Davis, or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
So
Who weighs all of 97 cents, but wearing a mink coat.
Entertainment purposes only. He's good.
because he's we all see this coming. That's what I keep saying. This is not out of nowhere.
No, this is in public eye.
He's already not healthy mentally speaking, so this didn't help.
Oh, it's not starting out
It's
well.
not starting out.
It's not starting out well.
God, dog, this is not looking good. Shit.
I don't see improvement. I'll try not to be so dark and gloomy. However, I think there will be a situation where he has to be removed from either their presence or their premises. And I'll just leave it that way.
He's already been removed from the
It's
premises.
coming again. I got Knight of Wands, relocation, Three of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal. There's also the feeling of heartbreak that he has to deal with. But he's not accepting, therefore it's not going to anyway. Then it ends in the Knight of Swords. This is erratic. This is also my card for attack. Not that he's going to physically attack, but because I don't get the Five of Wands to indicate an actual fight.
Oh, I do.
Okay. I think he's going to have to be removed. There's going to be a situation where there's the Ten of Cups where he endangers the family. There might be a separation between him and his children, which then leads him into a tailspin because now he's cut off from his kids, and therefore he can use that sort of as a victim mode. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't see progression. I see it actually getting quite bad. So I'll leave it at that.
And Tony always freezes too, right when it's her turn to go.
But this we see it coming.
Yeah. Long story short, while Tony unfreezes, I got
So
go ahead, Tony.
the patients. So we have to look out for people. Have to look out for him because he just doesn't have any patience at all for whatever. He's never had patience, and I don't know him at all. But from what I've seen, it just feels like he's not a happy person.
Yes.
So he is very passionate about what he feels right now, which is he's all up in his feelings, and that's all he can think about because he's the man and he was in charge, and this was his life, and this was his, this is his thing to make all of this, the decisions and stuff, especially for his children. For his children, there's something that's coming that's going to be accelerated, something quick action, and fueled by a very fiery energy. But I do get moving out of troubled waters. So hopefully, whatever he's tempted to do, he will just accept the heartache and loss because, stuff happens. But I think it feels like there are two of him.
The bipolar.
It just feels like there's two of him. One that people kind of are attracted to, and then the other is just the shadow that he doesn't want anybody to see, but he can't help it because it just.
It's heavy. It's dark.
And I think what makes it worse is he doesn't want you to see it, but he shows it to you.
He shows it to you. It's like his constant battle is I can't. He's like the kid who's went to the cookie jar and you're like, "Are you eating cookies?" And you go, "Mm-mm," where his cheeks puffed up and the cookie dribbles coming out. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't even realize when that happens because the other side just takes over, and then when it's over and he comes out of it, it's like I didn't do anything.
Because he won't
I
take his
didn't do
meds.
anything wrong. So, a little mental vacation.
isn't that called
Or
schizophrenia? Because the schizophrenia,
Schizophrenia is the voices.
the voices. DID, dissociative personality disorder.
Associated. That's what I think it
that
is.
sounds more like it. But I mean, I'm not a physician or anything, so I don't know. But it sounds like he's disassociating with his
Because
reality.
think about it though, DID is usually triggered by a major trauma. And think about it. If I think maybe before his mom's death, there was some type of wounded healer, maybe a mental instability. That was, everybody's got something. None of our serotonins flow perfectly all the time, right? But I'm wondering if that DID may have come because I remember in interviews too, because remember his mom died in an operating table having plastic surgery that he paid for. And was that so traumatic that kind of may have spawned some of the DID?
I think it exacerbated it because it was definitely there before. Because he was never really completely whole, even
Yeah.
before she died. There was always something there that was a little different. And then this with the death, and then the constant breakups, and then him claiming bankruptcy, and he was running out of money, and then, like everything became a dramatic thing. I think that's perhaps starting this celebrity career was a very bad thing for him. Like very bad, because that never changes who you are. Sometimes it just exacerbates who you already were. And
It
so
makes it worse
yes,
because
now he has
Hollywood
more
is
access.
Hollywood is not for
It's not.
the weak minded, or
Mm-mm.
it's just not. It's a Shark Tank, and if you can't handle it, you better get away from the shore because they're coming to get you.
Somebody is coming to get you. And
They'll get you.
and the hard part is it could be the person closest to you, whether it's your agent, whether it's your family. It's rough.
Yeah, it's bad. And if you don't have the mental strength to get beyond all of the obstacles and traverse all the bull crap that happens in Hollywood, it can make you crazy. It can really drive you bananas. So a break would be recommended. If I was his Reiki practitioner, I would say take a little break. Take a little break. Go and, go someplace where they just take care of you, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. He just needs to have somebody take care of him. I think he misses his mom.
He needs a retreat. I mean, it sounds simple, but he does need to go somewhere, put his feet in the dirt, and get back on his medicine, and go and just be Kanye, not Ye and Jesus and all these different tropes and people. Go somewhere where nobody's taking a picture of you. Nobody wants you to perform anything. Nobody's going to ask you any questions about the world that you live in, just your well-being. Go do that and be okay. Leave all this. You got enough. I don't know his finances, but I think he got enough
He
money.
just made $1 million today because he announced that the Donda album is going to be on some kind of weird streaming thing, and so everybody went and bought it. He made $1 million.
So you got enough money to break away. And even if you stopped right now and did no more music, you got enough money to last you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So just go and be okay. This thing he's going down right now is not going to end well.
Because it just seems like all the things that he has, all of the things that he has produced and built for himself, it doesn't seem like he enjoys any of it. He's always got a frown on his face. He's always looking like, like the world sucks. So let that go. You've made enough. You've made your name. You've got your street cred. You've got your this. You've got all of the things that people, dream about. So take some time away from all of that to find out who you are now. Who have you become? It's sad, and it's tragic that you have so much and you're not happy.
You never
But
have.
that's the way it is, right? In Hollywood.
And don't go to Montana, wherever his little house is because there's too many people there in that house. No.
Yeah.
We're also trying to give logical advice to somebody who does not see logic. We're also trying to tell a narcissist about a narcissist, which is the number one cardinal rule. You cannot and will not ever tell a narcissist about themselves.
No.
I pretty much got the same thing. It is not going to end well. And Tony, I got the same thing when you were saying, if you were going to give Reiki advice, it would be he needs to go away. This is in his hopes and fears, actually, in his word of warning, too, is you need, because sometimes I tell my clients, hopes and fears and word of warning sometimes can be the same damn thing. You need to go away for a little while. You actually need to pick up shop and go away. Go away. Mm-hmm. There's a mental thing that, look at this bullshit here. Freaking nails stuck in my hair. You are so in this that is so deep that there is not enough. I keep seeing a rock, somebody chiseling rock. There's nothing. They can't get you out of this mental. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It is not good.
Well, I send him energy. Just my intention is to just send him energy because, it's hard enough being a Black man in America.
No matter how much money you have.
But it doesn't really matter how much money you have. You still have to be healthy and balanced. And if that's not happening and you're not happy, the first thing that you want to do is get happy, right? How is that going to happen?
Any means necessary. That's what most people want.
Find you a mountaintop in Tibet somewhere and just go be.
Don't buy it.
Yeah. Don't be Kanye. Don't be Yeezus. Don't be nobody's daddy, nobody's ex-husband, nobody's brother, nobody's friend. Just go find yourself and be at peace. And then when you get it, keep it and bring your ass back and have it. Otherwise, no.
But I don't think that once he leaves, I don't think he should come back. I think he should go out on top wherever he is. I don't know if he's on top or not, but he should leave. He should find his happy place and go there, and don't come back to the place, to the environment that caused you so much pain. Why? Why would you do that?
Because I can
Life
find
is
my
too
happiness
freaking short.
by turning my phone off and being silent and being still and being calm, but I don't have anybody outside my house trying to take pictures of me. I don't have nobody following me around the grocery store. So go away and just be away. Be okay. But, you do you, boo.
By the way, the advice we're just giving to Kanye, I heard Spirit say this. It also applies to somebody in this chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not somebody in particular. I'm just saying, like in general, somebody was saying, the Spirit was saying, somebody or several people in this chat needs to hear it too, because they're also dealing with some demons. They're dealing with something really intense. And the best medicine for them right now, maybe is just to walk away from that situation. Don't withdraw from life. Don't unalive, but stop feeding the thing that's making you so unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
You have more control than you think you do. Sever that tie. And tonight,
you have all the control. You can walk away and today, and whatever else is going on, screw it. Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Just walk away. And things they're going to be consequences for walking away, but you can handle those. But you have to.
You got to walk away. You got to make the conscientious decision to put you first right now.
Yes.
Put you first. We have been chitting and chatting and freckle napkin a lot. We have more questions, but we have been going so hard in the paint and didn't mean to go into the Kanye diatribe. Let's end with a positive message for the week. We can always use the rest of these questions next Friday. But what is a positive message? Mine is stop cussing out people in the bank, no matter how much they deserve.
Okay.
Well, as long as the guard didn't come over and escort you out the building, I think you're okay.
He probably was one of the people behind me cheering me on. Can't stand that heifer neither.
If you get some act right in your system, then I will keep the act out.
Let me tell you, if you start none, there will be. So here, I actually was telling the story to someone. I was like, man, I'm with the shits today, blah, blah, blah. She goes, what's with the shits? And I was like, so with the shits technically means I, at any given point, don't mind being the antagonist in the situation. She's like, oh, I get that. Moment, I can be the antagonist, and I'm well equipped and perfectly okay with that situation. It's like, that's a really good way to explain it with the shits. Okay.
Because I am nice. I am very jovial, I think. I always have a smile and so forth and so forth. So leave that energy about me. If you change it, then don't be clutching your pearls because you got a bad reaction. Like, I was nice to you, and then you said something ugly, and so you got your face crunched. So,
all your damn feelings hurt.
The positive message, I don't know what the cards say. So, mind you, I haven't looked at them, and the reason being is because I got a message to give before I pulled the cards, and so the cards look blank. So this is not what I was supposed to say. I was supposed to say what it gave me. You are amongst the stars. You are, that's what it told me to tell you. If it meant something to you, congratulations. If it didn't, Tony, your turn. But basically, you are part of the universe. It is part of you. You are part of it. Don't ever feel small. Don't ever feel alone. Don't ever feel unspecial. Don't ever feel unwanted. You are the same and yet different at the same time. So rejoice in that. Rejoice in who you are. Rejoice in what you can be. You can have an imagination as large as the largest planet, or you can have a detail as small as the greatest sand on Earth, but it's all up to you. What is your vision? What is your outlook? You are amongst the stars. There you go.
You are.
Yes.
You are. For your healing. This is a time of healing. We are, wow, I can't really see that. This is
Bear
Bear Spirit. Healing. Look at Brown Bear. It's one of my spirit guides, Brown Bear. But for healing, this is a time of healing, not only for you personally, but for our country and for the world. Stuff is going on and things are being shifted around so that we can get a better result from our lives.
Told you, always right when she getting real juicy and good with the damn reading.
Start preaching.
Come on. So, oh gosh. So the flow is what you need to be in. Really just be in the flow of your life, and because that is what's going to get you to the place of joy. Flow. Just live in the flow. Feel the joy of just being a light being in a physical body. That is what is going to give you that joy. Just wake up in the morning and be grateful that your eyes opened. Go through your day and be grateful that that you made it through the day. Get to to bedtime and sit in your bed and be thankful for all of the things good and bad, because it's all a lesson. All of the things that went on for you today, that's your flow. That's your flow. And that's where you can find the joy. But you have to allow it to happen. Allow that healing to happen.
And that healing is forgiveness. Okay. Today I will forgive. I will forgive any past mistakes that I've made, and I will love myself unconditionally. Because also with that got the judgment card. Heal, like Tony said, yourself. This is all about you. Judgment. How do I view myself and everything that I've done in my life? How does that matter to me? Because really the only contract in the Two of Cups that you need to be right now is with yourself. Screw everybody else. Because that happiness only comes after you have whatever judgment you have, whatever forgiveness you have rendered that within yourself first, and only yourself. I have never wanted to say screw everybody else's opinion so hard than I want to right now. Okay? None of that matters. And judge yourself first. Work on yourself first. Only contract you need, only person's opinions that you need to buddy up with is yourself. You, me and myself are two people. My I is third. Me, myself, and I. That's it. That's the only menage a trois that you need to be focused on right now, because that's where the true happiness is going to come from. That's it. That healing that Tony was talking about is that forgiveness energy that you need to give to yourself.
And that we can't say it enough, that forgiveness is not for other people, it's for you.
As I always say, especially with this opinions on the outside and this outside chatter, everybody and anybody that is around you right now will not be there at the end of your life to get you into heaven or to keep you out of hell. So what you mean and what you do, what you say is the most important.
It's the only thing that matters. With that, hey, oh, I'm so Atlanta. I'm sorry. ATL. Guys, thank you all 200 and I think 30 at one point of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Next week, we will be on Tony's channel. So guys, make sure you tune in next Friday, 7:30 p.m. on Shining Hawks Healing for Friday with Friends, Off the Rails, bitching about Kanye, whatever you want to call it. That is it. Check Tony out Wednesday on Soul Sisters. Check Johnny out Sunday on House of Lenormand. And that is it. You guys have a good weekend. We'll see you later. Bye.